and this is a game where players are going to be working either competitively, cooperatively, or you could also play it solo, but players are essentially going to be acting as different pharma companies, competing against each other or working together to create vaccines and fight back against a series of diseases. At the start of the game, there's going to be a river of disease cards put out on the table, and these cards are going to tell you the number of vaccines needed to cure the population, as well as a target antigen value, which I'll get back to later, but essentially you need to try and match that value for your vaccine to be effective. And there's also going to be a recommended price that the vaccine will go for. In each round, players are going to be trying to develop one or more different vaccines, and the way that you do this is you're going to be drawing some different tiles to create your formula, and each of these tiles will have a value on it that you can multiply, subtract, or add together in order to try and match that antigen value on one of the disease cards. And you'll be essentially dividing those values in order to determine your vaccine's efficacy. Players will be tracking all these different values on their own personal vaccine card that they'll be able to write on with a dry erase marker. Players will then validate their vaccines through a series of clinical studies. And you'll be able to purchase different study cards which will have different success and failure criteria, and you're going to be using dice rolling to determine the outcome and see if your vaccine is even a viable option. And if you have a successful vaccine on your hand, you'll want to move that into production, and you'll be able to purchase more production capacity as you earn money throughout the game. And depending on how many vaccines you want to manufacture at a given time, you'll be splitting up that capacity to accommodate the amount of vaccines you want to make of each type. You'll then be able to set the price of your vaccine, and you don't have to set it at what the market recommends, because you can actually sell it for more than that if the population perceives your company as more trustworthy and your vaccine as a better option than the other vaccines out on the market. So you can try and sell at a higher price, but it is more risky if things don't go according to plan. Because if you happen to lose confidence with the public, you're probably better off selling below market value. But players will be building up a little bit of an engine of the vaccines they can create, as well as the amount of capacity that they have available, and players can also spend the money that they earn on different special abilities that they can use to improve their operations. And once all those diseases have been treated, the most successful player wins the game. And if you're interested in this one, make sure to follow along because you'll get a $5 discount.